Hey, coffee beans. Welcome back to Grab Your Brew,
Hi.
the podcast where we drink something comforting and talk about things that are not comforting.
Mm-mm. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. But this is a warning, this episode is a little bit darker than our usual Wednesday ones, but I mean, we are known for our dark humor.
Yeah, dark, dark. This one is.
Today, we are. Oh, Jodie wasn't with us on that episode. For the people that started with me, you'll know that I covered this case. But we'll probably redo it together because so much better together. Today, we're going to be talking about Ed Gein and Carl, and I believe I'm saying it right, Tanzler, two men who lived decades apart, committed very different crimes, but shared the same horrifying impulse.
Using humans as mannequins.
Silent, still, posable, replaceable.
Crazy, isn't it? Seeing it as replaceable. Content warning up front. This episode contains death, abuse of corpses, obsession, delusion, misogyny, and some extremely bad male coping mechanisms.
Shocker. If that's not your vibe today, we love you, but go ahead and skip this one, and we will see you in the next one.
Hold tight to your brew. Sorry.
Mm. Let's define this because we're not being quirky for the sake of it.
A mannequin is a body with zero autonomy. It exists to be looked at, styled, arranged, and controlled.
No opinions, no needs, and no resistance.
And that's the key word, resistance. Both of these men were deeply threatened by women being autonomous human beings.
So they solved that problem in the most unhinged way possible.
Of course they did. So Ed Gein grew up in Plainfield, Wisconsin, raised by a mother who hated everyone, but especially women. Go figure.
Augusta Jean taught Ed that women were filthy, dangerous, and sinful. Except for her, of course. She was the only pure one out in the entire world.
Ooh, which is a wild psychological cocktail to serve a socially isolated boy.
After she died, Ed didn't just grieve, he completely unraveled.
His crimes weren't impulsive, they were very methodical.
He robbed graves. He killed when necessary. And then he made things.
Furniture, masks, clothing, decorations. As you do.
Imagine IKEA, but with haunted and illegal.
He didn't interact with people. He was very socially isolated. He was building a world where a woman could never talk back.
Masks let him literally wear the face that wasn't his.
Skin suits. Yes, skin suits. Let him step into a fantasy version of womanhood and that couldn't reject him.
And he's the analytical part. Ed didn't want companionship. He wanted ownership.
That's the key bit into it, ownership.
Mm-hmm.
A mannequin doesn't have trauma or anger, and it has zero boundaries.
It just exists for you.
If you're thinking, wow, this man needs therapy, yeah, he does.
Unfortunately, though, therapy was not an option in rural Wisconsin in the 1950s.
Especially not for men. It wasn't the thing, was it?
It's still a thing
we
now for men. A lower percentage of men go to therapy than they should.
I should think lovely. That's right. What would you do with the sexual part?
That was in.
One was painted, they said.
Oh, that one, when they died, yeah. And, I just put the thing over it. Is there anything like,
How did you start?
Like I say, might be 4 years. So there's a bunch of photographers from the newspapers want to take a picture. You want to take a picture? No, it's not yet. So we get to straighten off.
Would you enjoy it while you were doing it?
That's the worst part of it. I really didn't then. I knew better, restless.
When you dig these graves up, you were kind of in a haze, too, is that it?
That's what I could do. Just, how you know it.
And then one time you said you kind of realized what you were doing and you covered her up without taking anything.
That's right.
What would you do with the sexual part?
They them in a box, that was in.
And what would you do with the head?
That must have been taken from reading about in these magazines and everything. Taking the flesh off like a headhunter.
Yeah, it's not because the therapy options aren't there. They're just still stuck in that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got left with whatever
The
this
leftovers.
was. Yeah.
Now, call Tanzler and buckle up because this one is somehow worse emotionally.
So Carl was a radiology tech in Florida who decided that a young woman named Eleanor, is it Hoyos? I don't know if I'm saying
Yeah.
that correctly. Apologies. Anyway, he decided that Elena was his soulmate.
Based on vibes and alleged visions.
So if you'd have just said vibes, I could go with that. But then you had to add visions in, and it just makes it a whole other.
It's only ball
Anyway,
game.
yeah, Elena didn't agree, of course, and she was also dying of tuberculosis.
Carl ignored her autonomy in life, which is always a red flag.
And then when he died, he refused to accept reality.
He exhumed her body, preserved it, and kept it in his home for years.
He did do some, repairs as she decomposed.
Dressed her, styled her, slept next to her.
So if Ed Gein treated bodies like crafting supplies,
Carl treated one body like a sex doll with a tragic backstory.
That's Carl Tanzler, a skilled radiologist, moved from Germany to the USA. He met many tuberculosis patients, including Maria Elena Milagro de Hoyos, whom he believed to be the woman of his childhood dream. As a child, Carl had a dream in which a dead relative showed him the love of his life, and Maria fitted the description in the dream exactly. Despite his efforts, Maria died of tuberculosis in 1931. Carl Tanzler became obsessed with her, paid for her funeral, and had a mausoleum built. He then brought her corpse home, joined the separated bones together with piano wire, and repaired her rotting skin with silk and wax. Discovered 9 years later by the police, the body was restored without Carl's knowledge and reburied anonymously. When Carl died 10 years later, he had a life-size puppet in his house in honor of Maria and a shrine where he worshipped her. Carl died in the arms of this puppet.
put them side by side.
Ed Gein erased identity through dismembering.
Carl Tanzler erased identity through preservation. It's kind of polar opposites, isn't it?
One chopped people into parts.
And the other refused to let the person decay or leave. I mean, not that she could leave, she's already dead at this point. Just putting that out
But
there.
both outcomes are the same.
A woman reduced to an object.
Oh, history. No consent. No agency. No voice.
And apparently, culturally, Carl is often framed as romantic.
Yeah. which is deeply concerning and says a lot about how society excuse male obsession.
Yeah, because love that ignores consent, say it with me, is not love. It's not
Not
love.
love. It's entitlement with a soundtrack.
The thing is, they're not shocking just because they're extreme.
They're shocking because the logic behind them still exists.
They're being objectification, control, idealizing women who don't talk back.
Mm.
I mean,
The
surely it would be easier
desire.
to just buy a life-size doll than go to the trouble of digging up a body, preserving what's already
Did they have
damaged, and then
life-size
having...
dolls then?
I don't know, but I mean, can you imagine the maintenance on a rotting corpse? I mean, maintenance on me is hard enough.
Yeah.
Just the thought. That's a full-time job in itself there.
Yeah. The desire for a partner who exists only to fulfill your fantasy.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Maybe
well, a mannequin
Playboy and all
can't
that was
challenge you.
invented to normalize the sick fantasies that go on behind doors.
Your girl.
Or it was just created by a pervert for other perverts. Maybe it could just be that it was created by a perv to entertain other pervs.
Herbert. Thanks, Chris, but there's some in here, too. Come on, Herbert, rope this calf. Would $600 a week change your mind?
Would it? You got a deal.
And I can pay you under the table. I like to make a little fort under there. I call it Fort Dix.
My dad's helping me find a hobby.
Well, you sure got a pretty morning for it.
Chris, don't waste our time with the elderly. They're dying.
Please, God, let me just sniff his hat. Let me just sniff his hat. That's all I want. Now I want more. Ma'am, I hate to be a nuisance, but your son stopped kicking the back of my chair. Thank you. Whoa, all right, look. Everybody but Chris, just keep your pants on and let's figure a way out of it.
They don't leave when you're toxic.
They can't say no.
If you're feeling unsettled, good. You should be.
Yeah, I'm unsettled.
If you're not unsettled by this, then I think there's something wrong.
Do now is get focused and stop pointing fingers. You're a problem. You're a real problem.
Yeah, thank you for sitting with us on this one.
Yeah. Go do something grounding after this.
Yeah, hug a friend, hug a tree, touch some grass. Remind yourself that real relationships involve consent and conversation. Shouldn't have to put that in there.
Exactly. But we will. We
yeah.
will.
Oh, yeah.
Love does not cause pain. Do you have struggles in a marriage? Of course, but you work through them together and nobody has any right over your autonomy but you.
Also helps if your partner's alive. Just
Yes.
saying.
Let's not do necrophilia.
Let's
in
stick to
these here
pulses,
parts.
guys.
Yes, if they have a pulse, ask permission. And if you need to feel a pulse ahead of time, ask permission too. Thank you for grabbing a brew with those coffee beans.
And we will see you next Monday for another episode of The Witch Engine. And join us next Wednesday for Spooky Time.
Have an amazing week, guys.
Bye.